Kayla Johnson is with us, a senior from Western Wayne. Kayla, let's first talk about how you got involved with track and field.
Well, I just decided to just do track and field. It's not really a major thing that I wanted to do it. Just decided to come out and ended up really liking high jump and long jump now.
Let's talk about Coach Collins and the coaching staff there at Western Wayne. Really knowledgeable and just some great people.
Yes, they're also supportive, especially Coach Collins and other Coach Collins has I started long jump, and they're really supportive in helping me learn how to do it and just get going with it. And yeah.
You play soccer as well. How much do you enjoy that?
I really like soccer. I was having a hard time deciding whether to do soccer or track in college, but I feel like track will benefit me in the future.
Let's talk about your brother George, who's 16. What's he up to? Any sports?
Well, he was going to do throwing in track, but then he decided not to. But he doesn't do any sports. Just at home.
Maybe next year.
Hopefully, yeah.
Anatomy, one of the subjects you like in school, 3.7 grade point average, which earned you a trip into Bloomsburg University. Talk about heading to Bloomsburg. I'm
really excited to head to Bloomsburg. I have a lot of things coming up for me, like our Air Force ROTC and track there. It's going to be a lot to do, but I'm really excited to head there.
Talk about the Air Force ROTC program and why you decided to go that route.
Well, I generally always wanted to serve my country, basically, throughout my life. I just thought that it was such an amazing thing to do, and I'm really excited for it.
Well, that's awesome to hear. Doing track at the college level, does it make you nervous at all? Are you excited about it?
Nervous and excited. I'm kind of nervous, but I'm really excited to see how much I can push myself to its limits and see what I can accomplish for another 4 years of
You feel
school.
Pretty good about what you've accomplished in your high school career?
Yeah, pretty much. I was hoping to get 5.4 in high jump, but that didn't work out. But still pretty proud of what I did so far.
Kayla, a pleasure to meet you. We wish you the best. You're going to a great place, and good luck in the Air Force ROTC.
Thank you.
Ed Slidzinski with us here on the John Mendola Show, a senior shot put, one of the captains. How'd you first get involved with shot put?
Well, back in 7th grade, one of the throwing coaches actually, he came up to me and he's like, I want you to throw. So, you know what, I had a past experience with him as a football coach, and I gave it out, went out, gave it a try, and I just fell in love with it right away.
You got a nice frame to you. You played some football this year, so talk a little bit about how that went.
We had a great season. This is actually the farthest that our Western Wayne's ever gone this season. We went 7-4, I believe it was, and made it to the second round of district playoffs. I was a fullback myself and defensive end, and hopefully Western Wayne keeps going up and having more good seasons just like we did this past year.
Talk about the physicality, what you liked about football. Heck of a game. Got to see you guys go against Delmore this year. A very physical game. Came down late in the game. But talk about what you enjoy about that.
Every play, I'm the fullback. I'm out there. I'm cranking heads every play, no matter what. So coming in as a 4-year starter, as a freshman all the way to senior year, the speed of the game really picks up as you get that experience. And when you're out there with a bunch of older guys in your class, when we had 17 seniors this past year, it's a lot of fun out there, cranking some heads and winning some games.
Older brother Drew, 22, what kind of influence did he have on you, and what's he up to right now?
Yeah, he actually had a great influence. He himself was a 4-year varsity starter in football as well. His name is Andrew Straczynski. He is one of the first to go through Western Wayne to get almost a full D1 scholarship in football. He went to St. Francis University for a year there, pursuing a defensive end. He actually dislocated his left shoulder, or his left elbow, correct myself there, and they redshirted him, and then he wanted to change his majors, and they didn't have his major at St. Francis, and everything got mixed up, and he ended up giving up football. But it's been something just some footsteps to follow in as I've been going through my high school career, just something to look up to, because he was strong, he was a big dude, and everyone kind of looked to him as a...
You look like a big, strong dude yourself, but you're gonna kind of let football go. You're gonna head to Penn State Scranton now, mechanical engineering, and talk about the excitement about that.
So I've always been interested in the design process of all sort of everything, just everything, and I think it's right down my alleyway. It's a little bit close to home. I think I'm going to be playing basketball there. It's more of an intramural basketball team with playing smaller colleges in the close quarters, but I think it'll be a lot of fun and just keep me involved in school.
4.0 students, so you got the academic part down. Talk about the people in your family that kind of help support you and do what you do.
Well, I'll tell you what, my mom is on me every single day about my grades. I mean, we have this thing that's called grade book at school, and she's always on there checking grades. And if I ever have a 0 or something's just not up to par, then I'm hearing about it right away. So I always keep my grades up, and that's what's going to get me to a good school and a good education. So I might as well get what I can in high school.
For as tough as you and your brother are, Mom rules the roost, I'm sure, and gets you straightened out, which makes us all a little bit better. Ed, great to hear your story. We wish you the best in the engineering component, and nice to talk to you.
Awesome. Thank you very much.
Derek Mason with us here on the John Mendola Show. Derek, let's talk about discus throwing, when you first got involved with that.
I joined track and field my 7th grade year, and the disc is it's a technique-heavy sport, and it's really cool to see my growth, I think. That's the biggest thing, is growth.
Talk about the furthest you've thrown and what you think maybe you still have in you going forward.
I threw 135-1 at districts this past week, and I think I have more in the tank. Just hit all my spots correctly, keep my body fresh and see what happens in the state meet.
Let's talk about football, position, defense, and offense, where you play.
I play tight end and linebacker.
Talk about what you like about the game, and if you see a future in the game of football for yourself.
I could definitely see myself playing at the next level. I'm not sure if it's a super big want for me right now. I really just got to weigh my options. But I do love the game. I do love the game.
Talk about the coaches who probably have taken you under their wing, like most student athletes. You run into a teacher or a coach, you're kind of trying to talk you up, and whether it's a football coach or track and field coach or both. Talk about some of those people that have tried to influence you a little bit.
I think as far as football, Coach Wolf is one of the greatest coaches I think I've been around. Always wanted to do whatever he can for you, and I love him for that. As far as track and field, Coach Mark, he's a newer coach, but he really is interested in the sport of throwing, and he wants to do whatever he can to help us, even though he's newer to the sport.
93 average in the classroom. You enjoy history. Down the road, you like to go to college. Have you given any thought to like a small school, big city, small city? Does it matter?
You know what? I think one of my downfalls is I'm not really good at looking into the future. So when people ask me that, I don't really know, but I do have to figure it out for sure.
When that bridge comes, you're going to cross it. Let's talk about your mom and being a role model. What she does for you.
My mom, she's just been my rock forever. My mom does everything for me, and I honestly try to show her what I do, but I don't think I could ever show her how much I really appreciate her. She's just my world.
Well, you just told her, so that's good to hear, and glad that she's your biggest fan and that you really look up to her. How about the student athletes at Western Wayne? And some of the other kids said, hey man, it's just we're a tight-knit group. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, I would totally agree. I think some of my best friends have come through playing sports and all the athletes at the school. It's just a great group of people to be around every day.
All right, Derek, great to hear your story. We wish you the best going forward.
Thank you.
Johnny Barcarola with us here on the John Mendola Show. We're driven by McCarthy Tire at Arcaro and Genell, the Takeaway Kitchen, Western Wayne Track and Field. You're a sprinter, you're a jumper, you're one of the captains. It's your senior year. Pretty darn good year for you, right?
Yeah, it was surprisingly a very good year. Battled a few injuries, got back from the injuries, and made it to state, so I'm very thankful.
Good athletes in that family. Talk about you and your sister, and your other sister will be coming up. So everybody dabbling in their own little thing, but what's it been like being around your sister, Trina?
Oh my God, it's amazing. Just both of us competing in track and field, seeing us both do great things. It's motivating seeing one doing great, and you just want to do the same. So it's very good. Love it.
You like math. You're doing pretty well in the classroom. Kutztown is going to be the next step for you.
Yeah.
Talk about Kutztown and why you chose there. A great competitive school, and academically and athletically has a lot to offer.
Yeah, it really does. Well, my coach, Coach Collins, that was his alma mater. He went there at college, and he did great there. He has the record for the long jump, and he contacted the coach, said, have an athlete up here looking at colleges for track. They contacted me, went down for a visit, fell in love with it. So I'm hoping that I'll love it as much as he did.
Well, that story doesn't always go that easy. Let's talk about your mom.
My mom, my gosh, my mom is incredible. Like, you talk to anybody here, she's the track mom. She's always the one there, getting the food for the track team, getting everybody ready, making sure everything's okay, and just like the biggest part of my life. She was always there, just for me, for my sister, every step of the way. Just love her.
Can she cook?
Oh, can she cook? Last name Barcarola, of course she can cook.
That's what I was thinking. I have to get up there for something to eat.
Of course.
Let's talk about golf. Is that a sport that you got serious about?
Well, golf, it wasn't really a serious thing until like I actually. Oh shoot! Can we just?
Yeah. All right, just pick it up from more of it.
Yep. Golf, I started my sophomore year. Freshman year, I tried football, wasn't the sport for me, so I dipped in golf. I've been playing golf since I was a little kid, but never took it too serious. Swung the club, did pretty well, made it to districts 2 years, so enjoyed it. Something to have fun with.
Yeah, sounds pretty good. How about your events? You talk about your favorite event, the tough mindset in those events.
Oh my gosh, favorite event would probably be the long jump. Just because the littlest thing that you could do to fix yourself could get you a foot further. The difference between sweeping your arms, getting your feet up, it's crazy the difference that could happen. And in the beginning of the year, I was running sprints more 100, 200, but injury happened, shied away from that, did the 400, now I'm going to states for the 400. So kind of worked out in my favor.
Talk about the gut part of doing the 400, how challenging that is.
Everybody has that feeling in their stomach when they hear 400, running a 400. It's just getting in the right state of mind, make sure you warm up before your event, and just focusing on what you need to do while you're running that lap.
More nervous for you or more nervous for your sister during an event?
I don't know, it's pretty close, but I think it's more nervous for me because she's very good at what she does. For me, I still have to focus on the people next to me. Usually she's just flying past everybody she races. But
does what she do inspire you even though she's younger?
Yes, 100% yes. The things that she does, making it to nationals as a sophomore. Who does that? Crazy people do that. It's insane, and I love her so much for it. It's amazing the things that she can do. It just pushes me.
Crazy people do that. Talk about her academically. She's an amazing student, and she's not number one, but she's going to keep fighting to try to be number one.
Exactly, and everything she does, try to fight for being number one. That's why she's so great at everything she does. She wants that. She has that drive to be the best.
And her flexibility between doing the pole vault, the hurdles, the 4x4. Not too many athletes will ever do what she's done. She's writing some record books there, huh?
Yeah. It is crazy. She's an animal. She's an absolute animal in everything she does.
Great to see you two close, and she loves your sister Adriana. So
Adriana. Yeah.
Great to hear that. How about your relationship with your younger sister?
Well, mine and Adriana's relationship, it's been rocky, but it's gonna get better. It's an age gap, but
right.
We're always gonna be there for each other, thick or thin. Always going to be
She's
there.
She's going to need you these next couple of years going through 13, 14, 15 here.
Oh, God, I know, yeah.
Well, Johnny, great for you to be a bigger brother and heading to Kutztown University. Congratulations on a great year.
All right, thanks so much.
Kobe Sauter joins us once again here on the John Mendola Show. A little bit of time ago, we talked during football season. You guys are having some success there.
Yep.
So you went through basketball season, and of course, now here we are, track and field season. So talk about how the rest of the year went since the fall.
It was great. Like football, we went to the playoffs. Didn't end how we wanted it to, but when we went to basketball, we were able to just have a lot of fun. We went to the playoffs, and that feeling was great. Like with Coach Al, like he's always been like a really big part of my life, and he's always there and made everything easy. And then to end, it was hard, but coming into track, it like filled a void, like to always have like another sport to fall back on and do.
Still doing a heck of a job in the classroom, which is going to take you to college, and Lycoming is going to be that stop. So talk about some of the schools that you were interested in, and then why did you decide to head out to the Williamsport area?
There was a couple of schools. There was Lycoming, there was Wilkes, and then another school was Temple. Lycoming was one of the main things. Obviously, I liked the area it was in, and just the money was good. It was lower than other schools, and something to always keep my mom not have to worry about things, so that helped.
Mom and Dad, let's talk about them and how excited they are for you, and how much they supported you during all these athletic season. Obviously, they had to make sure you're doing the academic job, which we talked about before, that you're doing real well at.
Yeah, they've always been hard on me, especially with school, because when I was younger, grades were hard because it was hard to learn things, and my mom and dad always kept nagging me about it, like always stay good in school, and it's helped because my grades have gotten a lot better from when I was a kid, and I always will have love for them because they've never given up on me no matter what.
Let's talk about the love you have for your classmates at Western Wayne, a close-knit group.
We are very close. They're great. Like, we all get along. We all fight though, but at the end of the day, we all know that without each other, there's definitely going to be like that missing feeling, that sad feeling, and it's definitely going to be hard at the end of the year to say goodbye to that.
Coaches, teachers, talk about some people that maybe have left a mark with you.
Of course, a lot of my coaches have left a mark. Coach Collins has definitely left a mark because I don't know how he deals with me. I'm a very unique guy when it comes to track.
That's a great word. I'm a very unique
comes to
guy.
That, I'm not the easiest to deal with. Coach Al, I've always been close with him. If it's from sitting after practice, talking with him and eating, and Coach Grodak, going from a teacher to a coach and living near him, he's always been around. And Coach Wolf and all the football, they've always had my back. So it's always great having that relationship with them.
Kobe, we appreciate the full disclosure, and we wish you the best going forward. Congratulations on a nice track and field season.
Thank you.